My name is Amber Reed, R-E-I-D, birthday 12/27/90. I'm turning 32, but like I'm almost positive my like mental age, like my brain is stuck at 17. I'm actually starving, so okay, yes, I troll. Whatever, Trollin has entered the chat. I'm totally fine with a clickbait title because you guys know I love me a clickbait title. You're not paying attention to your health, you don't care about your health, you don't care about your body, you want to die, you could have ate healthy, you chose not to, do you really need to go on vacation, you need to buy health insurance instead. I just don't want to hear it.
No one cares!
Hey guys, Grüße aus Deutschland, greetings from Germany. I hope that everyone's doing alright. I haven't posted in a few days because I was actually enjoying the break from Amber, and now she's back. So most of us have watched Amber's I'm Back video already. I watched it on the channel The Dangling Ankle on my way to work Friday morning, German time. And so I'm not going to have us watch it again. I'm just going to let it run without sound, and I give you my take on it. Towards the end of the video, I'm going to sum up what Amber has been doing for months now to save her channel. Nothing has worked. Her views are not going back up, and so if you want to hear about that, stick around until the commentary to her recent video is over, which I'm going to put the timestamp for right here. So the new video is called I'm Back. She's talking about her 10th therapy appointment, so she's still counting because actually she's not into it at all. I still maintain that she's not going through therapy at all. I think it's all made up, and by now that's pretty believable, you know, that she's doing all of this, just talking about all these things just to get her views to go back up. Just like she's been talking about weight loss and diet and nutrition for years on end just to gain more weight. So Amber says therapy costs too much. She might be doing it every other week, which is going to be 4 more weeks that she can milk the whole weight loss surgery thing, or at least the therapy part of it. She says her insurance doesn't cover her therapist. And no, Amber, your insurance does not support your laziness, and so telehealth is most likely not covered when it comes to therapy. She talks about that she'll be done with therapy, even though she kept affirming in the past that she's going to go past the 12 sessions. And so that was a big fat lie, because she's not into therapy at all, and you can tell. But then again, it is all lies to string along the audience. So what am I taking this seriously for, right? I'm just commenting on her made-up narratives. So she has a red cheek due to a toothache. Doesn't admit to it being from drinking all these carbonated beverages that melt away her tooth enamel. Probably keeling over without brushing her teeth whenever she takes a nap during the day, or even for the night. You know, can't take responsibility for anything to save her soul. She's also complaining about therapy being expensive, and yet a haul is next. But she's bought more tent dresses, floral design, of course, which she's not a fan of. Yeah, then why buy them? I don't get it. And also she doesn't leave the house, so why have so many clothes? That is just a shopping addiction. Bought balloons and a dandruff scrubber. I suggest buying more shampoo and actually using it. Inflates balloons without any problems and without coughing, even though later in the video she claims to have been diagnosed with acute pneumonia. Which is pretty interesting, because what you don't use, you're gonna lose, right? So she's not using her lungs much because she keeps sitting on her shelf ass all day. So Amber, Google that, how to get pneumonia. I think it's COPD, but I'm not a healthcare professional. Plays with water and cornstarch and talks about playing with slime. Imagine you live a life when you're 32 years old where all you do is play to reward yourself for not ever accomplishing anything at all, and you show it on the internet as if you're proud of it. Eats a trough of pasta off camera, of course, but you can see that she's loading up the trough only a little bit. Just putting a little bit of pasta in. We all know what happened after she turned off the camera. Talks about going on a break. Didn't know she needed one until she took it. Homegirl overeats, treats herself with online shopping sprees, rests all day, and hangs out on the internet all hours of the day, but she needs a break. Okay, that's exactly what got you to 600 pounds, girl. Keep doing you, boo-boo. And see how your body responds to that. The next segment is her making a cup of tea, which she says is for Wipey, who, of course, if you want to believe the time on her stove, 10:46 p.m. is at her own house at that time. The next day she says that her favorite part of the day is opening the blinds. Okay, well, for a housebound person, I guess it could be. I have no idea, because I don't stay home much. The next segment is her in her walk-in closet talking about being diagnosed with acute pneumonia and taking antibiotics for it again. Yet again. The girl has taken more rounds of, had more rounds of antibiotics prescribed to her than I have at age, in the mid-50s. I do not know anybody that has taken antibiotics as much as she has, and I've only watched her since 2018. By mentioning pneumonia, is she just trying to cover up that she's been wheezing like a freight train, being out of breath, just sitting there, talking to herself in the viewfinder? That's what we've been watching for months now, right? Again, my guess is that she has COPD from never challenging herself physically. Her lung capacity has gone down, her volume has gone down. So what you don't use, you lose, and sitting on her butt all day does not really increase the volume of her lungs, is all I'm saying. Says that she will be done with therapy in 2 weeks, which contradicts what she said earlier in the video when she says she wants to space the sessions out a little because it's too expensive. So even if she spaced out 2 sessions, then it would be at least 4 more weeks. So she can't be done in 2 weeks. And by the way, it's all a lie. So she can't remember the details she told us. And so it's just annoying to listen to her. Plus, she'd been saying that she wants to continue therapy because it is helping her so much. Whatevs, Liar Lynn. It's your life. It's your credibility that you shot. Keep doing you, boo-boo. And oh yes, the recent video would justify a ding video with all the bell sounds for every time she looks at herself in the viewfinder. But by now, I guess we all hear the dings in our heads when she does glance over to the viewfinder every second or every other second. Or the last part of the video when she's in the walk-in closet, she couldn't even look at the camera lens once. She just looked at herself. She also used weird statement in the video out of context that made no sense, like the elephant in the room. What 600-pounder would use that phrase? That's just to troll people. Then while she was playing with balloons with her caretaker, which I also know in Germany they do with senior citizens, in old folks' homes, because it's you don't have to have a lot of stamina to do that. She's 32 years old. So she says, I'm out of sorts, which the definition of it is she's unwell and unhappy. So abusing the English language, again, like it, I don't know, makes sense in her head. And so, yeah, that was basically the whole video, at least the things that stuck out to me. So she's back, who cares, Her channel, it has gotten boring. I gotta admit to you guys that when I got that break, like reacting to her videos when she was on every other day she would upload on that schedule. I kind of got into a routine, and so I didn't think of it much. I just, reacted. But when she went on a break, it felt kind of nice, and I remembered how life can be without that annoying voice, with her suppressed voice that she has because she lies so much. And her body actually doesn't want to cooperate with what she does, and so the voice sounds all suppressed. Of course, Amber is not addressing any of the drama, any of the accusations of Destiny, because she's a coward. And every time in those 4 or 5 years that I've been watching her, whenever she was called out on something, she withdrew, like a snail into the snail house, and withdrew for a while and thought the storm would blow over, and then comes back with some kind of drama or some kind of diagnosis that happened to her, or some kind of symptoms, or something bad has happened, but she can't talk about it. It's the same old, same old. She's a coward on top of everything else that makes her such a disgusting person. Okay, but as mentioned in the beginning of the video, I have a list here of things that she has clickbaited with and exploited and monetized in the feeble attempt to keep her channel going. And so I'm going to rattle them off here to you, because it's actually a joke what all she has tried and was not successful in saving her channel. So I look back as far as Halloween 2022, and I only looked at the thumbnails because I basically remember what she said in what video. And so she has been clickbaiting weight loss surgery since Halloween 2022 with no weight loss to show for it. She also clickbaited buying a house, which was a cardboard house. She clickbaited going to a cave, which meant she was only driving through it. Clickbaited not brushing her hair in 2 weeks, which I don't know if that is true or not. I see her not washing her hair in weeks, so if you don't wash it, you probably also don't brush it, I guess. None of these things I did when I had long hair down to my waist for over 2 decades. I don't know what kind of a pig she is. Quitting Weight Watcher, she clickbaited with that. Clickbaited gaining a lot of weight. She clickbaited meeting her paid caretaker, both wearing masks. Wipey was not shown in the video. She was wearing a mask. Clickbaiting cutting her hair, which she only cut off like 2 or 3 inches. Clickbaiting her life being about to change. I have yet to see any kind of change in her life. Clickbaiting gaining weight again. This is only since the end of November 2022. Clickbaiting getting to meet her surgeon. Never happened. Reacting to her own shrimp mukbang because she knew that is what infuriated people a lot at the time. Clickbaiting being done, which she never was. I mean, the uploads kept coming. Clickbaiting meeting her surgeon again, so it's repetitive even within this short time frame what she clickbaits. Then was Cakegate, which was completely initiated by her because she's an idiot and she doesn't do her due diligence, and so she just sounded like an idiot again. Clickbaiting having hallucinations, clickbaiting keeping something from us, which was only that she had not had takeout food in 4 weeks except for twice, which makes the whole statement null and void. Clickbaiting almost dying, the whale choking incident, that choking incident that she got from the movie The Whale with Brandon Fraser. Clickbaiting having a hernia, okay. All kinds of boob shots since Vlogmas, which is desperate and just shows she has absolutely no grace, no pride. Speaking of which, she mentioned in the recent video that she got a diet soda from Chick-fil-A. Girl, are you gay or not? Or do you know how Chick-fil-A operates? I don't know if she's doing these things on purpose or if she's that dumb. My guess is the latter. All kinds of boob shots in Vlogmas, 3 fake weigh-ins that were probably pre-recorded But in her bedroom, I maintain, because I have a strong feeling that that's what's going on, that she bought herself one of these large scales that they have at doctor's offices. And so she did a whole bunch of weigh-ins, but you never see her. I mean, a lot of you have caught on. You never see her step on the scale. She's already standing on the scale, and there's a number that doesn't change because she doesn't move on the scale. There's a number on the display that is facing towards the camera, and so I'm thinking it's all fake. I think she's been gaining and she's trying to hide it, which makes no sense because for 9 years she's been trying to lie to her audience about that. Then, of course, the Temu infomercial for Asian sweatshops. I don't know what happened in her head when she did that. And despite all of this, her views have not increased yet. Also, she was trolling with adopting children, which everybody would recommend against because she can't even take care of herself. Plus, she has no character traits that should be passed on to any child. Then accusing Zach of being to blame for Life Plus Cindy deleting her channel, and when called out, block Zachary on Instagram. All kinds of things are happening to her because she is that little authentic of a person. I mean, she's not authentic at all. And she keeps running into problems because the universe seems to finally conspire against her. Nobody lies and clickbaits for 9 years and doesn't feel the consequences sooner or later. And plus, if nothing else happened, look what she has put her, or what she is constantly putting her body through just for making all that money. Do you know what I'm saying? And so, yeah. What do I have here? Yeah, with Mr. Snowflake, basically running a history channel on Amber now. I mean, the channel Under the Hood, and also the docu-series shaped by the algorithm, Amberlyn Reed. I'm still not over the disappointed that Amber was negative, ungrateful, entitled, and simply nasty back in 2011 already. Mr. Snowflake reading out all these statuses and statements on Ask FM, it's just disgusting. And I always thought that maybe things happened in her life, or maybe destiny breaking up with her kind of broke her, and so she turned into a bitter bitch. But that's not what happened. She's been a bitter bitch, entitled, lazy, mooching off of others for at least since 2011. That's how far back the statuses go that I listen to Mr. Snowflake read. And so it's disgusting. I'm losing more and more respect for her. Again, I cannot believe that YouTube is letting her stay on this platform for this long, with her documented history of lying and clickbaiting every single video and cramming them full with advertisements. I assume she's still doing the same thing because back in 2018 I was still subscribed to her, and I saw how many ads she puts in a video, and it's just disgusting. She is so greedy. She's a glutton. She personifies everything that I hate in others, and I just can't. I hope she's not going back to an upload schedule where she uploads every other day, because I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. Also, I work, you guys know that, and so I can't do a whole lot of compilations and stuff like that. I simply don't have the time. My day is not long enough for everything I have to do as it is. But I'm gonna try here and there, and so if I can't post, thank you for understanding. What kind of turned me off a little bit from the Amberverse is Destiny's and Lexus's first live stream. I don't know what's going on in my head that I'm thinking that these are decent young people that do as much as they can in life to get ahead or whatever, and then you see them sitting there burping and vaping and giggling every few seconds, completely self-unaware, and yeah, it kind of makes me turn away from all of that. So yeah, this is it from me for today. Thank you for listening to this. I hope you have a great weekend. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.